Welcome to Pushing Paint. I'm Keith Killebrew. I'm an artist. I've been a painter for about 50 years, and I want to help you with the rudimentary and foundational backbone of painting, to be more familiar with paint, subject matter, and the canvas or paper, whatever you want to paint on, the substrate, if you will. Everyone needs a foundation, so we're going to cover the basics in painting: the substrate, the brushes, canvas, paint itself, because these are very important to move on. And it's a moment that we can't really skip. We need to go back to the rudimentary basics. So let's start pushing paint. Welcome to Brushes 101. As you can see, we have an array of brushes in front of us. Lots of different sizes, brands. Don't get hung up on it. My favorite brushes that I use all the time are a 1-inch brush, a fan brush for texture. This is for applying and drawing on my canvas. It's just a nice flat brush. And then of course a detail brush. These are the mainstay, and if you only have 4 brushes in your quiver, these would be the 4 I would choose. So this is a 1-inch brush. This is great for applying lots of paint at once, and I also use it to put down a layer of color before I start painting. And I actually draw with this brush on my canvases, and it's surprising how accurate, and you'll be amazed at the detail you can do with a large brush to get your rudimentary drawing. The drawing is a very important part in your painting, and this allows for that. From the 1-inch brush, we go to a flat. As you can see, I have lots of flats, but I love this size because you can tone down whatever you put on with your 1-inch brush. You can also start to excise out paint and create your detail. That's why I love this brush. If you're looking to choose a flat, one of the considerations I think is very important is the thumb test. So I like it closely cropped, but you can get them where they are a little bit more smooth and elegant. I also have a flat in here that has 0 brushes on it, and that is a great way to erase paint. Next is our fan brush. I love this brush for giving lots of texture. It's great for trees, grasses. It's just an upswing, downswing. You can swat at it with the paint, and it just creates more depth in your painting. When considering a fan brush, look at the size. You can get them large and horsey, but I think this size feels good in your hand, and for the size of the painting you're going to be doing, these add the most texture. They're 2 different sizes. These are great in your quiver. There's numbers on each of the brushes, and they range all the way from 00, which are going to be very fine, up to about 18, which is going to go into larger house painting brush sizes. So once you get to a flat like this, it's just by 1-inch, 2-inch, 4-inch, up to 8-inch, 10-inch, whatever you want to do. So here in my hand are detail brushes. They're just 2. I have a myriad of them. The longer the brush, the more paint it will hold, the more smoother your stroke for lettering as such. But I try not to paint with these until I need them in the detail format, because you're going to be really up close like this, and these are for detail. Now we can go wild with brushes, but I think it's very important that you have at least these 4 in your cup before you start to paint. The 1-inch brush, that's for applying large amounts of paint and surprising detail in drawing. This is for detail, to kind of bring all the loose edges in tighter. The fan, that's for texture and trees, waves, whatever you want to do, smooth, elegant lines. And then the detail brush, that's for finishing up and putting in that final detail. So if you have any difficulty picking out these brushes, please leave me a comment. I'm willing to help you in any way. As well, we will have an instructional PDF for you that kind of helps you along your way. So leave me a comment, and let's move on to the next lesson.